She's not moving. The tiger, oh God, it's got her. The dispatcher's hands froze over the keyboard. In the background, high-pitched screams, the clang of metal, and the low, guttural growl of something alive and ancient. It was Saturday, just after lunch. Families strolled through Reinhardt Wildlife Sanctuary, a modest zoo tucked deep in Alabama woods. Parents held sticky-fingered toddlers. Teenagers pointed phones through fences. And then Layla James stepped away. She wasn't reckless, just curious. 22, full of light and bold ideas. She was the kind of girl who chased moments, not memories. Her friend had whispered, "Come on, don't," but Layla just smiled. The inner gate, meant for staff only, wasn't latched. A simple oversight. Layla ducked under the sign, "Do not enter. Authorized personnel only." No alarms, no one watching. Raja, the Bengal tiger, was lounging with eyes half shut. To the crowd, he looked harmless, just a big striped cat napping in the sun. But tigers aren't tame, not truly. Layla crouched beside the inner fence, lifted her phone and whispered, "This one's gonna blow up." Raja's ears twitched. His golden eyes opened. In the wild, tigers don't roar before they attack. They watch, wait, then strike. One paw shifted forward. A woman screamed, "Hey, what is she doing?" Too late. Raja lunged. The fence rattled. Layla turned, eyes wide, breath caught. Just as his massive paw shot through a gap, no one had noticed. He didn't hesitate. She screamed once, then silence. "Call 911, someone shouted. "She's inside the tiger fence." Phone footage caught glimpses, people running, one man vomiting, a child clinging to their father sobbing. Is the lady gonna die? Inside, chaos, blood, dust, and a tiger pacing, disturbed. It took staff 8 minutes to respond. They fired a tranquilizer. Raja didn't budge. Another shot, another. Finally, the big cat stumbled, laid down, too late. One witness, voice cracking, told reporters, "She just walked in." Like it was nothing, like it was a photo shoot. And it was, until it wasn't. As the sun dipped low over Reinhardt Sanctuary, silence settled. Visitors were ushered out. Police tape went up. And Raja, he lay breathing, sedated, unaware his world was about to change forever. Because this wasn't just a freak accident, it was a tragedy years in the making. Before the screams, there was sunshine. Laughter echoed through Reinhardt Sanctuary. Kids giggled by the monkey enclosure. Somewhere, someone played music from a Bluetooth speaker. And Layla James, smiling, barefoot in spirit, was in her element. She leaned against the railing, gently whispering to Raj, "Hey, big guy," she cooed, "you're beautiful, you know that?" He blinked slowly, tail flicking like a lazy metronome. To strangers, she looked like another visitor. But Layla's love for animals ran deeper than a Saturday outing. We flash back grainy home video, a little girl cradling a bunny like glass. Another clip, Layla laughing as baby goats nibble her sleeves. Her childhood bedroom walls were lined with lion posters and wildlife calendar. Layla could tame the wild if you let her, her mother once told a teacher. In college, she majored in environmental science. Shelters, beach cleanups, wildlife TikToks. Her life revolved around creatures big and small. Her bio read, "Be the voice for the voiceless." That day at the sanctuary, she wasn't chasing clout. Not really. She was chasing connection. "Let me try the wolf call," she giggled earlier, cupping her hands and howling toward the trees. Her two friends laughed, filming her antics. "You're gonna get us kicked out," one joked. Layla waved it off. "Animals love me," and they often did. Her Instagram was proof. Hawks perched on her arm, a python draped across her shoulders, wolves nuzzling her gloved hands. The captions always read, "Respect nature but don't fear it. But nature doesn't care if you mean well." She reminded me of someone trying to befriend fire, a zookeeper said later. "Sweet girl, but you can't pet instinct." The sanctuary that day was short-staffed. Half the team was dealing with a broken water line. The lock on the inner gate, faulty. No one had checked it. As Layla and her friends lingered near the tiger enclosure, one of them said, "We'll be right back, want anything?" She shook her head, "I'm good." And when they turned away, just for a moment, she stepped forward, toward the bars, toward the silent, toward something she thought would understand her. Because Layla believed the tiger saw a friend, but what Raja saw was prey. 2 weeks before it happened, Raja changed. He used to be the calm one, Our big lazy boy, the staff called him. But something had shifted. He paced his enclosure with sharp, restless turns. He growled at volunteers he once ignored. Near the gate, he began marking his territory over and over. He's just bored, one zookeeper shrugged. It's a phase, hormones. But boredom in a 500-pound apex predator isn't harmless. In the wild, tigers roam miles a day. They stalk, hunt. In captivity, there's nowhere for that energy to go. It builds, and when it explodes, it doesn't ask questions. Locals had noted. One neighbor sent an email to county officials that read, "That fence wouldn't hold a motivated house cat, let alone a tiger." But the county was understaffed. Inspections were delayed. The sanctuary, privately funded, had been quietly cutting corners to survive. No one connected the dots. Meanwhile, Layla was counting down the days. Online, she was posting tiger facts, tagging the sanctuary's account, replying to photos of Raja with comments like, "I'd give anything to pet one just once." She meant it, not as a dare, as a wish. Layla wasn't reckless. She was enchanted. Animals had always made sense to her. She believed if she moved gently, breathed softly, they'd understand. But animals don't listen to dreams, they listen to silence. Scent, motion, and Raja, already agitated, already pacing, was listening. The moment Layla stepped past the warning sign, he noticed. When she knelt with her back to him, phone raised for a selfie, something ancient stirred. Unlike lions, tigers are solo hunters. They don't roar before they strike. They watch, wait, and when they pounce, it's already too late. From 40 feet away, Raja lowered his body into the grass, every muscle still, ears pinned back. He was hunting again. One staff member would later say, "It was the first time I saw him remember what he really was." Layla smiled into her phone. The shutter clicked. Behind her, dry grass rustled, then a blur of stripes, a scream, and silence. Because when Raja pounced, there was no warning, no roar, only instinct, and a scream that came too late. She turned just a little, enough to catch a blur of motion. Not enough to run. In one bound, Raja was on her. His claws sank deep into her shoulder, pulling her down hard. Her phone fell beside her, camera still rolling. The sound of the impact was sharp. A scream split the air, then another. "Help! Someone help her!" A tourist cried out. Staff scrambled. One zookeeper reached for the tranquilizer gun, hands trembling, breath shallow. But in the seconds it took to load and aim, Raja had already dragged Layla several feet into the tall grass. Tigers don't kill out of anger. They don't kill for revenge. They kill because something inside them tells them to. Raja clamped his jaws around Layla's neck. Quick, precise, designed to crush windpipes and silence. Struggle. It was instinct, cold, ancient, and final. By the time the tranquilizer dart hit his flank, it didn't matter. Emergency crews arrived 7 minutes later. Too late. Layla was pronounced dead at the scene. Her phone, retrieved by staff, had captured it all. The rustle, the gasp, the moment she turned. News broke within hours. The sanctuary shut its gates by morning. Protesters lined the entrance. Animal rights groups clashed with angry locals. But Raja lived. He wasn't euthanized. After weeks of public outcry and a bitter legal battle, he was quietly moved to a secure wildlife reserve in another state. High walls, no crowds, no camera. Layla's mother stood before reporters, voice shaking. She died doing what she loved, but she didn't deserve to die like that. The country listened. Talk shows debated the ethics of private zoos. Wildlife experts warned against selfie culture. Hashtags trended. Politicians promised change, but no law could undo what had happened. Layla became a symbol of devotion, of tragedy, of how thin the line really is. She didn't die because she hated nature. She died because she loved it too much and misunderstood what it truly was. The wild is not cruel, but it is unforgiving. We want to be close to nature. We want to feel its breath, its power, but sometimes what we see as majestic sees us as prey. Layla crossed a line that wasn't meant to be crossed. And the wild, it doesn't forgive mistake. Layla crossed a line that wasn't meant to be crossed. And the wild, it doesn't forgive mistakes. If this story moved you, subscribe for more true encounters where beauty and danger collide.